Oh man, wow! It's been a wild week. Hey everyone, Try Takes, we're back. I think this is like episode 11 of season 2. If you don't count the last one, we didn't. It's kind of impromptu. The blogs site is finally up. Haven't posted Sam's yet, but yeah, you know. But it's if you can't tell, it's football time,
Yes,
and
sir. My
no one is more
favorite
happy to
time of
talk
the
about it.
year.
Yeah, than you.
Best time of the year.
Yeah,
Football's upon us.
this is the best time of the year. You got, the hype for football. Baseball is still like in the final stretch. Um, yeah, and we're all together again. This is going to be our second time watching football all together.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't count last year really, because even first year, Luke, we didn't watch too much Patriots. Even though they
We
were
watched
good.
football last year. What do you mean?
No, 2 years ago. Like we really didn't watch too much. But
Yeah, no,
we
didn't.
Even though they were better, they were all right. Wait, no, that was the Cam year. That's why.
What?
Oh no, that was 3 years.
No,
ago.
that was 2020.
No,
so
no,
they
no.
were good. They
Mac
were good.
freshman
The
year.
Patriots were good. They made the
10-7,
playoffs.
Yeah.
But then they got blown out by the Bills.
Hey, you know what?
Oh right, yeah.
We beat them earlier in the year.
Game.
Anyway, football time is upon us. We got some stuff prepared for you guys. This is kind of a shorter episode, but we're going to talk kind of what we did last year. We got some 5 overrated, underrated for fantasy, except Sam also wanted to talk some defensive players and maybe some online as well, because Luke and I don't really have that knowledge.
Nope.
But yeah, I think it's, it's about that time. Preseason's about to kick off. Hall of Fame game happened. Fantasy football drafts are happening. Sam, what are you most looking forward to this football season?
I'm looking forward to the Giants, seeing what they do. Looking at all the rookies too. One team I'm really high on is the Texans. I think they're going to do really well this year. For Texan standards, I'm not talking like playoffs, wild card, anything. I'm talking they're gonna get 6-7 wins, just a big improvement. There's one guy that I'm gonna talk about later that I think will have a great season. And yeah.
I'm on board with that. I mean, D'Amico Ryan, we don't really know what he can do as a head coach, and considering he is a defensive head coach, they're probably gonna keep giving Damian Pierce an insane workload while their rookie QB gets kind of the swing of things. So yeah, I'm on board with that. I could see 6 or 7 wins. I don't really
Singletary.
Well, I'm not like too high on Devin Singletary.
Neither am I, but he's gonna get some reps.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty good. Like I think the perfect way to introduce a new head coach is with a new starting quarterback, and I think that in the case of the Texans, I think that it's really good, especially with someone with the ceiling of CJ Stroud that they've said in practice, like he looks really, really good. So, I mean, sky's the limit for the head coach and quarterback duo. So yeah, I also think the Texans are going to have a much better year than they did last year.
And for once, it seems like they have a culture.
Yeah, I would say so. I think they finally have like gotten rid of the whole like, oh, we traded D-Hop, oh, we Deshaun Watson happened. Like they're kind of in a refresher. Like I think last year was the fallout. They won one game and got themselves out of the first pick, which was funny. But I think they're finally out of that, and some other teams that are in similar situations. I said the Panthers, obviously. I don't know what Frank Reich is going to really provide the Panthers, but Bryce Young is a great talent, and like you said, new QB, new coach. That's going to be an interesting division. So, yeah, there's so many teams we could talk about that have just like a brand new face this year. But yeah, with that comes fantasy. Something we spend way too much money on. I've already drafted.
Way too much.
I drafted one doing a dynasty league. Fun fact: I didn't know it was a dynasty league until the day before. Actually, like hours before. I thought it was like a multi-keeper league. And then I asked Spirio, and he was like, "No, it's you keep everyone." and I would then have to rework my entire strategy. But I got CeeDee Lamb at 9, which was like I was so hyped.
There you go.
And
That's really good.
JSN and Olave and like, I mean my running back core isn't great. I have Dameon Pierce, but then my RB2 is Jamal Williams, so kind of
that's not that good.
No, I kind of waited too long, but I think I'm just gonna hope that I can draft a better running back next year.
Hey Dan, I think you should try and make a trade for like a mid-tier running back like Tyler Algier. Like I think that would be a really good ad for you.
I'm gonna go for someone maybe better than Tyler Algier, considering he will not be getting any reps this year.
Yeah,
that's a good point actually.
Bijan.
But I know like a Tyler Algier of last year. That's like that's a 20. Give me a 2022. I mean Jamal. I think Jamal will be pretty good the first half because Kamara. And Kamara's old anyway. Let's be real. He's like what 30.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that
he's taking that Mark Ingram role.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he just gets the touchdowns on the goal line. That's all he really needs to do.
And obviously they just signed Kareem Hunt, which I just found out from you guys. But yeah, and then I forgot who my third string is. But tight ends I'm looking good. I got Kincaid and Kmet. So Kmet for now, Kincaid for later. That would be cool to see if he does well. I mean, I would hate to see that, obviously, as a
Pats fan.
AFC East fan. But
did Laporta get drafted?
Yeah, to the Lions.
Yeah.
No, I mean like in your.
I don't know. There were 24 rounds.
So probably.
Yeah. So there are 25. So you have 22 on your roster, and then 3 on like the taxi squad. Some people didn't know that, so they didn't really draft rookies. Like I think I won't name names, but someone who is just hilarious drafted like a very old team.
Can you give a hint? What do we know them?
Jacob Anamian.
Okay. Okay, that was a pretty good hint.
No. I don't know. It was Jacob. It was pretty funny at the moment. Like I think he drafted David Montgomery like round 6. And we were
he's
all
gonna be so bad this year, bro.
I disagree.
Really? He's on my do not draft list.
He's gonna take the Jamal Williams role.
He's not really an end zone back, is he?
Yeah, he's big. He's like a power back.
He's on the Lions, right?
Yeah, he'll do well in that system.
So you think he's gonna get more reps over Jahmyr Gibbs?
No.
Potentially, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
I have my fantasy draft too.
Oh, you know what's coming up with
Haven't done one yet.
You know what? Something that's coming up with football season that we all love.
Picks of Ryan.
Picks of Ryan, baby. I cannot wait.
The first real time we're fully doing it.
Yeah, we did it once on an episode, and then we were like, "This is going to be really."
We teased everyone last year.
Yeah, but nah, we're putting all of our chips into Picks of Ryan.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny to hear his picks and just like because he literally knows like only a little bit about football.
Yeah,
he knows that Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets and he knows that Patrick Mahomes is on the Chiefs. I think that's pretty much about it. No, he knows more than that, but it will be funny. But back on track. That will be our main. That's going to be one of our main football segments.
Yeah,
we'll be talking spreads and picks every week. Because we are, we love gambling. Kidding, but yeah. We're gonna also do fantasy. We have to figure out like when that's happening. But
we're doing the three of us are doing 2 leagues together. Hopefully, one for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, did that get reactivated? By the way,
yeah, it did.
Okay, I should probably lock up AJ Brown right now.
Next league.
Yeah, but the draft is set for the 4th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a while. But we'll probably do something with that like we always try to.
Is there a way to set keepers right now?
Yeah, there should be.
How do you do it? I forget.
I've had my keeper.
So there should be a keeper section. I don't know if you can do it on your phone. I did it on my computer.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But
you have to do it on your computer, I think.
Okay. Well, give me a moment while I do that because that's probably pretty important.
But I like for the list that we're gonna get into later. There's one player on there that Sam is gonna disagree with for like what I picked, but yeah,
Do you want to give me a hint or just surprise me?
I'll say this, and I don't want you to say anything about it. I just want you to like think about it, like hold it with you. It's your first round pick from your league.
Really?
Okay. On a reel.
Okay.
I know I brought this up last week. AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, or Amon-Ra?
AJ Brown.
But like AJ Brown has Devontae Smith as competition.
Yeah, but AJ Brown also had the best receiving season in Eagles history. I mean, just the way their offense is, Jalen could throw that ball up, and it's not a 50-50 ball. It's like an 80-20. AJ Brown's going to come down with it. And they love running those.
I'm editing my list. I just thought of a really good one.
All right, fine. I'm sending AJ Brown. Yeah, it's just like I really loved my team last year, even though they did bad at the end because I didn't have any running backs.
Yeah, who won?
You didn't win. You did. Sorry, you won. Yeah. We'll go.
Yeah,
with
let's
that.
just leave it at that. We'll
go with that.
Oh my god, I saw this really funny video on Twitter of like these girls like at Bill's practice. Like
I saw that too.
And so they're freaking out about DeMar Hamlin, like he was like signing their jerseys or whatever. And the quote tweet is, the quote tweet is, "Let's be real, they had no idea who this was before he died."
Bro.
He was like, he got the safety job because Micah Hyde went down, I think.
Yeah, but he was like not bad. He was
good.
He was like a pro safety.
Yeah, I really like DeMar Hamlin, but I don't know how many reps he's gonna get this year.
Oh, something completely not related at all to football. I did want to talk about the Orioles. And Kevin Brown, who got suspended got suspended from the broadcast for saying that the Orioles hadn't won. Sam, you heard about this, right?
I heard about it, but I did not know the full situation.
Okay, here's the context. Actually, you know what? I'll pull up the clip. So, context: Kevin Brown, he's the play-by-play guy for the Orioles. They're playing Tampa at Tropicana, and he got suspended indefinitely for something crazy. Not that he did anything crazy. It's crazy that he got suspended for this. Can you see this, Sam? Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if you can hear this.
The Orioles, Brandon Hyde has felt like this has been maybe the toughest ballpark to play in, but the Orioles have a chance to do something special today. They've already clinched at least a split in the series, winning 2 of the first 3.
Crazy.
And they could pick up a series win behind Tyler Wells today. It's been a minute. The Orioles split a 2-gamer with the Rays in June. They had lost their last 15 series here at Tropicana Field. You have to go back to when our now colleague Brad Brock picked up the win in the series finale, June 25th, 2017, the last time the Orioles won a series.
He got suspended for that.
Why?
I think he straight up got fired, bro.
No. He's making his return Friday. They just announced.
Oh, okay, good.
But, because every play-by-play announcer ever is speaking out against this, and every media outlet is, I say we have to take a stand as well. So I'm taking a stand. Kevin Brown should not have been suspended. It was ridiculous.
Kevin Brown, come on, Try Takes to talk about it.
Not only was it a planned segment, It was a planned segment because there was a graphic and music for it, but he's a journalist. Like all broadcasters are journalists. They're allowed to be impartial about their teams. And the Angelos family is just like ridiculous. That's actually like the reason why they didn't renew the Giants play-by-play announcer's contract when they had him, Milner, is because he wasn't enough of a homer. So obviously the Orioles have a stake in the team or in the network. So it wasn't even the network that suspended him. It was the team. It was like the team management. So it's just overall ridiculous. And here at Tri Takes, we're gonna take a stand against the Orioles.
That whole family's kind of fucked. Like they're suing each other left and right.
It's like Succession.
It was pretty bad. But yeah, it was a crazy situation, and yeah.
Well, they know that if they fired him, the publicity that they would get, like the negative publicity that they would get, would be like overwhelming. But also, every other team would be jumping to hire him.
Okay, I look, I'm fine with Dave O'Brien, but if Kevin Brown walked up to Nesson and wanted a job, he would be the play-by-play announcer. He is that
100%,
good.
This might be stupid.
Yeah.
Is he the pitcher, or are they two different people?
Who?
Is the Orioles guy? Was he the pitcher?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No. You're fine. You're fine. Good clarification. There's only a few play-by-play announcers he would not take a job from. Michael Kay, Joe Davis, who's the Dodgers, Don Orsillo, who's Padres, Milner, who's the Giants guy, and I really can't name any others.
The Mariners guy,
and the Braves play-by-play announcer. Those are like, and the Pirates guys good too. Those are like the premier guys. Like Kevin Brown could leave the crazy dictatorship Angelo's family network and go anywhere. So it was just crazy, but
yeah,
thought it was a pretty important sports media news thing.
No, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, but
I feel so stupid wearing a baseball jersey and you guys are wearing football jerseys.
I'll make sure to highlight that. I'll make a clip or something.
I need to get a new one.
You know what? I never posted the bloopers from that one episode.
We gotta do that.
Yeah. It's because like I want to do more edits, but iMovie's so limited, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just post what I have. It's pretty funny. It's like 5 minutes of just us like being dumb, being
non-stop laughing,
actually being stupid.
Before we get into like the real bulk of what we're going to talk about, did you guys see the thing that came out this morning about I don't know how to say his last name, but the Chiefs OC Eric Bieniemy?
Bieniemy that it was too aggressive.
Yeah, that the Commanders players were going up to Ron Rivera and like he's going a little too hard on us.
Grow up. This is why you guys suck.
Rivera?
Don't be enemy.
Commanders coaches were going up to Rivera about Bieniemy and saying how he's too like hard on them or aggressive. Like, yeah, that's probably why the Chiefs are so fucking good.
Yeah.
So
that is why the Chiefs are so good. And also, the Commanders should not be the ones to talk. They're a clown show. Like,
yeah,
Mahomes, like, who was his OC the whole time they were having this run?
Exactly.
Like,
that's ridiculous.
But also, like, why would Ron Rivera even go out and detail that too?
Because
like, this is the same guy that did not know that they had a game that they lost that would clinch a playoff spot or not. So
that is true. Socially aware coaches. So
it's not.
I have to umpire later, and I'm just dreading it.
Really?
I have to, like 6. It's just hot out. Like I know it's money, but it's hot out. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Are you done with your internship?
Yeah, that's finished up. It was. I actually really enjoyed it. Obviously, like it wasn't. I would say like it was just fun. I had a lot of fun. It was like, I mean, my job was to watch baseball every day, which like not a lot of the other interns like could do that. A lot of them were like the ops guys or like ticket sales or whatnot, and I got to do what I like. So like doing stats and whatnot. So I really liked it. It's actually kind of sucks it's ending, but Yeah, now I can bounce back and make some money.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it was great. No complaints. But let's see. Do you want to talk overrated, underrated? Let's talk some fantasy and
Sure,
whatnot.
let's get into it.
So I don't know how you guys tackled this. I went down position by position. So I did QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, flex.
Didn't do that.
That filled up my 5.
Yeah.
So
I just went like general players. Like I didn't really even think about
Yeah.
fantasy.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I thought about fantasy, but I just kind of. I don't have I have one quarterback.
Okay.
No tight
Yeah.
ends.
Quarterbacks it was really hard to do.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really good quarterbacks in this league right now. So,
Do you guys have any rookies? I have 2.
I
don't actually.
No.
Funny enough, I didn't pick a single. I picked a few year 2 guys actually.
Yeah, I picked one.
Actually, I just realized I didn't do my final one. So what you guys are talking, I'll figure out a flex.
So how do we want to do it?
Well,
say
let's
we
do
just-
underrated first. Like we all go through our 5.
Okay.
Or like
We'll take
Luke,
turns.
you'll
Yeah,
go
cycle.
through your first. I'll go through my first.
Yep.
Then we'll go through his first, and then
Okay.
wrap it
Okay.
up with that.
Yeah. Let's
shit,
do that.
Wait,
You're
so
right.
do
So you start. You can start with your underrated. We'll do first underrated, second underrated, like cycle out.
Am I still
Third, fourth,
here?
fifth.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
good.
yeah.
My computer fucked up. Who's first?
So, yeah, Sam, fire away. Give us your first underrated.
My first underrated player, Jordan Love.
Okay.
I think he's
obvious
going to be a
pick for you.
stud. I think
Okay.
he's going to be really good. He looked so good in that Eagles game.
Yeah.
This is the first time we'll really see what he's made of. Yes, it's a young offense. They have a pretty good offensive line, but that's their leader, and the guys believe in him. I think he's going to have a really good year.
Okay. That's I don't really have an opinion on Jordan Love other than he shows flashes and he has probably the best mentor a QB in this league could ask for. So or had. We'll see how that helps Zach Wilson out, but yeah, that's a good pick. Luke,
like
you can go with yours.
My first one is a very obvious underrated player. Like he's underrated every single year, but Terry McLaurin is still underrated.
Okay.
And I guess it will really depend how Sam Howell does on this on the team. But if there's one guy that he's going to be relying on probably 24/7, it's going to be Terry McLaurin. So I would say that Terry McLaurin is going to have an 1,100-yard season.
Okay,
And
so back
that is my
to
take
back.
there.
Yeah, I mean, this is Terry's 5th year, going to be his 5th year. He's after his rookie year, he's had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Doesn't get too many touchdowns. I do think it's interesting to bring out Jahan Dotson. I think he will break out this year.
I agree.
I don't know if he will take yards away from Terry because Terry just does well, whatever quarterback. Like, how many QBs has Terry had? This will be so. Howell's one. Alex Smith in 2019, right?
Yeah, Carson
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Heineke. Then whatever. There's another guy.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. So I mean, he's just had a lot of different rooms. A lot of different rooms, and a lot of young receivers don't have to deal with that. He's 27. He's got really 3 years left of a prime. I'd say.
Did he also have Fitzmagic?
Yes, he did, but for one game.
Yeah. So just a lot of different rooms he had to work with, and he's always done well. So I think it's pretty safe to say he'll be over 1,000 again.
I think so.
Okay. God, this is my first underrated. I'm kind of scared to say. You know what? No, I'm not scared to say. I think this guy has been kind of getting slandered because he had such a good year last year, and a lot of people don't think he can repeat it. I do.
I know who you're talking about.
Geno Smith.
Oh no, never mind.
Like once again, passed for over 4,000 yards. and I have a few
You're
reasons
such
why.
a glazer to
I know,
Geno
I
Smith.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't get it.
Okay, I have a few reasons why. Okay, so you look at the QB list. I can't even take myself seriously sometimes. You look at the QB list on ESPN, and there's a few guys above him that kind of surprised me.
Like who?
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Now I have to filter it all.
Honestly, though, I don't know if I would say he's underrated.
Russell Wilson.
But I do think he's gonna have a similar production.
Dak Prescott, Kirk, just guys that I don't know if they're clear locks above him.
I disagree with everyone but Kirk. I mean, I agree.
Well, okay, Wilson obviously we can keep talking about, and I do think he'll have a bounce back year. Obviously, I don't think it's quite as bounce back as what people are talking about, but I he's not done, obviously. But there's just I think Geno cleared to the top 10 in QB rankings. I think it was 7th or 8th. And he has a new weapon. He has JSN. He has a healthy Kenneth Walker. I think,
and DK's better.
It's just hard. Probably. Yeah, it's hard to call a 4,000 pass yard season a fluke.
I don't think it was a fluke.
And he's an underrated rusher. He finished top 10 in QB rushing yards last season. I think he had around 400, 3 touchdowns. I just feel like if you can snag him late, you're not really you're not having a weak spot in a QB fantasy room. I just think he anywhere from 7 to 10. If you get him, you're set. I don't think he's gonna regress. I really. So yeah.
Oh, I just gotta say, I just realized that 4 of my overrateds are running backs.
I think we have one of the same then. Probably.
But anyway.
I agree with that, but I'm to be honest, I'm not that high on the Seahawks this year.
Okay.
I'm the complete opposite, honestly.
Really?
I was higher than last year, and I'm higher than this year. So.
I'm very high on the Seahawks this year.
It's just the offensive line is garbage.
It is bad.
Yeah.
But their defense is great. I think they have pieces of a great defense.
Not that defensive line, at least.
No, but their secondary is
their secondary's good.
And they added Devin Witherspoon.
Just wait till my overrated.
Did you see we re-signed Trey Flowers, Luke?
I did. He was so trash when he left the Patriots. He had one good year in where did he go? Into Detroit.
Detroit.
And then he was trash, and he's probably still gonna be trash.
Yeah, man.
That's a.
Do you want to go overrated now, or just continue under?
Just keep going under. We can switch it. We can switch every time.
We're gonna switch. Okay.
Yeah. So, Sam, give me your first overrated.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. I wholeheartedly agree.
A bad situation. I think it's at age 31. Their QB situation is pretty terrible. Tannehill, Malik Willis, Will Levis. Who's going to be throwing the ball to him? And I get it. D-Hop's experienced that his whole career. But there's a difference between 25-year-old DeAndre Hopkins having Tom Savage throwing the ball and 31-year-old DeAndre Hopkins having Ryan Tannehill and 2 very project quarterbacks throwing the ball.
And let's be real, D-Hop still had talented QBs.
Yeah.
He had Kyler and he had Deshaun, which are 2 guys that are proven. They might not be the best now, but
I mean, I think D-Hop's best attribute is how he's able to make completions in traffic. And I think that with those quarterbacks, Tannehill, sure, I think that he could make some good throws, deep throws that D-Hop could come up with. But if you look at Malik Willis, hell no.
Yeah.
No way he's going to be able to, touch that potential that he could have on another team. Potential, okay, at 31, sure, but he could still be a really good quarterback on another team, like the Patriots. But I meant wide receiver, not quarterback. But yeah, I think that it was not a good move to go to
Plus
Tennessee.
Derrick Henry. Like that
Yeah,
offense.
I mean, it's clear that he went for money. Like,
yeah.
no getting around that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he was looking for the Chiefs to give him a better offer. And they said, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think that's a popular narrative right now. Is like, it's like the Julio Jones situation, like last year. Like, it's not like, I mean, obviously D Hop was younger when he switching teams, but like still, yeah, man, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be way different look. So, Luke.
Yeah, my first overrated. So my opinion on this guy recently changed because I thought he would be really good on this team, but now I've kind of seen the light that he is washed. Odell Beckham Jr. will not be good on the Ravens.
Yeah, and it's not his fault in my opinion.
No, for sure.
3 ACL
but I do
tears.
think he is overrated at this point in time. He is overrated.
I don't think he's overrated by the media. I think he's overrated just in the contract.
Right.
Like $18 million is so expensive for him.
I think both a little bit just because of how much of a clown show his free agency was. Like last year. Like, I felt like that was like a conversation every week. Like, oh, where's OBJ going to go? Is he going to go to a contender? But like, he just never got healthy, which is like, so it was just like a complete waste of time. And you're like, like everyone saw what happened at the Super Bowl. Like, how many times can you rebuild a leg? Like, he's older now. Although Beckham, like, is really sad. I obviously he's had a hell of a career and like a way more hell of a career than a lot of like guys that get these injuries. But like, it's just too late, honestly, for him to be like an impact player. I really, and like, I hope he proves me wrong because I do love him, but like, I just don't see it. I really don't. And like, they got Zay Flowers and they got, Bateman. So
Mark Andrews
and Lamar is going to run the ball like he usually does. Is like, it's just not going to be like he's just not the guy to go to. So
yeah,
I completely agree. Okay, so this one, I don't necessarily think he's going to be bad. I just do think he gets overrated a lot. I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to have as good a year people are saying he is. I really don't. I think the narrative right now is that he is, he hadn't come back to the NFL in a while, and he had a pretty mid comeback, like 6 or 7 games, threw almost as many picks as he did touchdowns, but his running game was still great. Looked like he didn't really miss a beat there. And the Browns, they have improved. Elijah Moore, they have a better O-line. Amari Cooper is still great. I don't see all the pieces and this is more of a speculatory thing. I think a lot of these things for the Browns are reliant on Deshaun Watson being Texans year 2. Oh, see you, Luke. I don't know where he went. Texans year 2, Deshaun Watson. A lot of guys have in the top 10 QBs, and I'm just not ready to go there yet. Like and again, it's another thing. It's like prove me wrong. But the Browns were just a circus last year. It was kind of just like, oh, wait and see. Let's see what Deshaun does when he comes back. Hey, Luke,
that might keep happening.
Okay, you're fine.
But I was able to join back, so
that's my case. I just think he I saw a tweet earlier today. It was like, man, that Deshaun Watson Elijah Moore connection is something special.
No one's talking about Amari Cooper, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think there are a lot of pieces there. But I just don't like. For me right now, I haven't seen enough. So
I agree.
Yeah. I agree too.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys agree because I wasn't. That was one I was like, well, like the media loves him now. Like, right? Am I wrong? Like, they think he's going to have a crazy good season.
Yeah, but that's just because of the narrative around his contract.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. So,
Yeah.
okay. Back to underrated. Sam.
This is one that I doubt you guys are really gonna know.
Okay.
But we're going to New York. The Jets.
Okay.
John Franklin Myers, their defensive lineman.
Hey.
He's a very versatile defensive lineman. Can play the edge, can play interior. He had 20 QB hits last year. And according to Sports Illustrated, the Jets were more than 1/3 of a yard better against the run on a per down basis when he was on the field.
Wow.
It's gonna improve.
Maybe gets overshadowed by their really, really talented defense.
Quinnen.
They're really two talented corners and Quinnen. So, that's yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Right, that's a good pick.
I haven't really heard of him too much. So
yeah.
I gotta play. I honestly do have to buy Madden and just like play franchise so I can like start memorizing defensive players and stuff like that because that's how I figured it out.
Bro,
but
fuck Madden. Get 2K24. We could play Park together.
Yeah,
bro.
2K's fun though. I
just gotta run Park this year, dog.
Yeah,
2K's fun. I just wish it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you can.
I don't want to buy it and then go to Italy and not play it.
It's a really good point.
That's why I'm like not really, not really buying anything right now.
That's fair.
It's not like we're bringing our PlayStations abroad. So
yeah,
that's true.
All right. Anyway, Luke.
Okay, my second underrated is not the one that I wrote down, so because I want to save this one for last.
Okay.
But the one under that is, and you guys know I like him, and I'm probably gonna end up drafting him in like all of my leagues.
Is it Najee Harris?
It is Najee.
Yeah,
Harris.
that was gonna be mine. So.
Okay, I stole that from him. Yeah. Do you want to do another one, or do you want to?
No. You go for it. I'll pick. I'll be writing while I.
Okay. So yeah, Najee Harris. He didn't have the best year last year, at least not the year that everyone thought he was gonna have. Drafting him in like the first round of their fantasy leagues. But I think Najee is a absolute beast, and we saw that at the end of the season, where he really started like picking it up, like mid-season, like he really got it together. So hopefully he can keep up with that level of production. But especially on this Steelers team that has really struggled offensively, just behind Matt Canada, like I think that I think that Najee definitely has what he needs to break out, and I have another Steelers player on my list who I'm going to touch on later. But yeah, I think that Najee this year is going to become a key part of that Steelers offense.
Okay. I like that. And because I did pick it. Basically what I wrote is that production was down, but he played the 5th most offensive snaps among running backs in 2022. And he played all 17 games. And while for a lot of the flip side of the argument is but that means he's had a pretty big workload. The timetable is shorter. But as far as this year, I really do think with a bolstered offense in general, with Kenny Pickett, being a little more confident, I think that defenses are going to have to worry about both their pass and run game, legitimately this year. So when, 2 years ago, he had Big Ben. So it was just things were fine. And I think just overall, everything's improved. So I think Najee will be better because of that. And he doesn't get injured. And that's what I like about a running back. He dealt with some weird things, but that was mostly probable stuff. But nothing huge. So nothing really slowing him down. So
I think it's a fine pick. My only issue with Najee, he's never averaged more than 4 yards a carry in a season.
That's a fair, legitimate concern.
It's always been 3.9 and 3.8.
That's fair.
That is over 2 seasons.
However, that was first one was his
Yeah.
rookie year. The second one, again, this is an offense that was really struggling. So
Yeah.
that's
I believe in Najee. I'm
Yeah.
just not
he's a likable guy.
ready to pull the trigger on him.
I actually real quick pulled up a running back that I forgot about that I think is gonna be good. Rashad White on the Bucks. I feel like he is the only thing going for that offense right now.
There's nothing going for that offense.
Mike Evans.
Who's throwing to him?
Did you see the thing they released their offense and it said that the QB is Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
That's terrible. That's like
That there's a QB battle.
that's a Todd Bowles. I don't know how to make a depth chart, so
And Baker has
both.
thrown 7 interceptions so far in practice.
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
said, there's nothing
terrible
going for
over
that
there.
offense. However, Rashad White, I think, kind of flourished at the end of that year.
Yeah.
And he apparently has looked really good in practice, really dynamic. He was a good pass catching back last year too. So I think if anything is going to allow them to do any sort of offense production, it starts and ends with Rashad White. And Mike Evans, I love him, and I think, he's nearing the end of his prime as well.
Needs to go to a different team.
Needs to go to a different team because no one's throwing to him right now, and that is a terrible situation.
Chris Godwin's good too, but
yeah, Godwin is good. But again, it's like I can't trust that offense right now or that pass offense if they don't have a real quarterback.
I mean, yeah, the
This
fact
is
of the
a-
matter is that they're going to be horrible this year.
Yeah,
No going around that. They're going to have a high pick. They're going to draft a QB. Todd Bowles is going to get fired.
Caleb Williams.
I mean,
Caleb Williams.
yeah,
that'd be a great
Patriots to
fit.
get, but
So
anyway.
yeah, that'd be tough. But
I have a question though. Who do
Yeah.
you think's more likely to get traded? Mike Evans or Godwin?
ooh, how many
They can
years?
get more out of Evans.
I
They
think
would rather
they
trade
can get more.
Godwin.
They can get more out of Godwin.
Yeah, because Godwin's
and
younger.
It's
I
true,
think Godwin still has like wide receiver, like 2, like solid wide receiver 2 numbers on at any team.
I'd love him on the Giants.
Yeah. Well, how many years does Godwin have his contract? Is it coming up?
He has 2 or 3 more years. He
Oh.
just signed an extension.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think. I think Godwin has a little more value just because Evans' market is tanking a little. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to overrated, I guess. So
My next overrated is Joe Mixon.
that was mine, dude. I just can't win. I can't win.
He had less than 4 yards carry for the first time
Yep.
in his career last
year.
year. He just is on a downfall.
He's shooting children.
Shooting kids. And the Bengals can win without him. Like easily can win without him. So I don't like Joe Mixon.
So they drafted that guy from Illinois, right? I forget his name. Chase, not Young. It's Chase Smith. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
5 of his 9 touchdowns came from one game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember that when I was like, "Holy shit, he's the best running back in the league." Yeah, that was
He's
from one
like
game.
untouchable for you.
And not only was 3.9 yards per carry, he had 1.7 yards after the catch last season, his worst ever in his career. So,
I thought he was going to get cut.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised he didn't.
And look, obviously, like I thought they should have kept P Ryan. It was probably a cap thing. P Ryan's now in the Broncos, but like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
he's also overrated though.
Yeah, but like Mixon is just like there is nothing. There is nothing there. Like ESPN has him 10th overall in running back projections. I'm sorry, I just can't buy into him. Their offense, their pass offense is going to run the show. So there's really nothing there.
This is pretty cool. I just found out. So his name's Chase Brown, the Bengals running back. His identical twin is Sidney Brown, who got drafted to the Eagles.
Whoa.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. All right, Luke, you're gonna steal another one of my picks?
I don't think so. Not with this one, at least.
Okay.
So this one, I kind of threw him on here because it's kind of like, not that I don't believe, but it's like, I don't know if it's really gonna be all that. I don't think. I think. Wait, this is overrated, right?
Yep.
I think that Bijan Robinson is not gonna be as good as everyone says he is.
Wow.
And now let me say, I think he's gonna be fantastic. But bro, he has not even played.
At his worst, I think he gets 1,100 yards.
At his worst?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
That one is my shaky one because I'll listen. If I'm proven wrong, totally fine by me. I very easily could be proven wrong. But I don't know, dog. Like, it's just hard for me to buy into it.
He's the best running back prospect since Saquon, and I love Saquon, but I think Bijan is better.
Okay, let's talk. Rookie running backs last year that did well. Brees Hall was unreal.
Yeah.
Damian Pierce, pretty good.
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. And
Algier.
None of these guys were nearly as high as a prospect as Bijan.
Bijan Robinson.
That being said, this is the Falcons we're talking about. Another team that's kind of, they had the whole Mariota thing last year. Didn't work out.
They're very run heavy.
Very run heavy. Very, very run heavy. So, and he has a good backup. So it's not like he's going to have all the weight on his shoulders. I do think right now he is worth the hype. After watching his college clips, but yeah, it's crazy how it is crazy. I will admit it is crazy how high people are putting him, but I do think it might pan out.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll accept defeat on this one.
No, it's it's a good conversation.
No, it's not defeat yet. You gotta wait till the end
I don't
of the
know.
season.
I don't even really like. It's like
if you
it's hard to believe,
forfeit on this, and then you end up being right, it needs to scrub.
Yeah, stick to it.
I mean, that's true.
Stick with it. Go with your gut.
I'll stick with the hot take.
Sam said that his lowest is going to be 1,100 yards.
I think
I know you don't think that.
Me?
No, I know Luke doesn't think that.
At his worst?
Yeah, I think at his worst,
like scrimmage or rushing?
Like rushing.
Total?
Okay. Just rushing. Okay. I think like 4 yards a carry is his floor.
So what's
like
his best?
It's got to be over 5 or 6.
Yeah, I just like.
I love
teams.
Bijan.
That's the thing. I think teams might be like, yeah, that's the only thing they got going for him.
He's going for 12,000 yards this year.
The Falcons, I think, have a good team this year.
Who's their QB? Ritter?
I mean, it's Ritter, but Drake London. Then they have Bijan. Algier is still
Kyle
good.
Pitts.
Pitts is
man.
Jesse Bates.
O-line.
Jesse Bates is their starting safety with Richard Grant. That's a good duo. AJ Terrell. They have a really good secondary.
Okay.
Too. I believe in the Falcons.
I mean, that division is up for grabs. So
yeah, I think they can win it.
Huda is on that team, right?
Yep.
He got hurt.
Yep.
I mean, as far as teams go in that division that have a chance at winning,
yeah,
think of them.
Tampa's the one that I think is completely out.
Yeah, the other three, it's up for grabs. So
yeah,
because that's you got Olave and that Olave car connection.
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
team might come back.
Yeah, my overrated. This one might ruffle a few feathers.
Oh no,
Keenan Allen.
Oh, I'm completely fine with that. I agree.
I disagree.
Okay, so let me talk. So I was looking at Twitter, And, you know, he was injured a lot last year, and he was injured the year before too. And it's like Keenan Allen is going to be running this offense, and like it's the reason like they're gonna be at the top of the division, and like just because he's healthy and stuff. But Keenan Allen is 31. He's had a great career. He's going to be an all-time great for the Chargers by the end of his career already. Like he's had a great, he's had a few 1,000-yard seasons. He's been Pro Bowl maybe 5 or 6 times. He's great. I just think this is the time. This is the end, because Mike Williams, isn't fantastic, but I think at the beginning of the year, I think he will be, he's younger. He has a little more left in the tank. And then you got to make way for Quentin Johnson, who, yes, he struggled with drops in college. But as far as sheer raw talent, I think the Chargers can develop him into a really, really good receiver. I don't think he's the top guy at the end of this year. I think he is kind of what we saw at Devontae Smith his first year, like just flashes of raw talent and like really good catching ability. I think he could find his way in the wide receiver 2 spot. And Keenan Allen, I don't know what's the end of the line, Yeah. I just think he's getting older. He's not going to be able to moss people like he usually does, and that's why I got him so low.
And he's
the Chargers love tall receivers.
They do.
They do. They really, really do.
That's why I think
it's good in Madden.
Yeah, that's why I think
all people in general. Herbert 6'6".
That's true.
Yeah, well, tall QBs are genuinely good, unless you're the Panthers and like small guys.
I have no idea what you just said.
I said tall QBs are generally good, unless you're
Panthers, except if you're Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm not too high on Keenan Allen this season. He's going to be a guy I probably avoid drafting. So.
Yeah, me too.
Word. Okay. I think he's going to be good.
Okay.
Like how it usually is.
Yeah, I just think I think he's great, but he's played in this league for 11 years. It's a long time for a wide receiver.
Very valid.
Yeah.
So is it underrated now?
Yeah, go back to underrated.
DJ Chark.
Oh, ooh.
That's
Lions,
a good one.
right?
Because
Panthers.
In 2019,
Panthers.
when he was the Jags wide receiver 1, he had 1,000 yards. I believe he can repeat that. He's fast. He's a good receiver, and I think he will end up being Bryce Young's number 1 option. Because Thielen, I don't think will be. Miles Sanders definitely won't be.
Yeah.
Like Hayden Hurst, definitely not. Like I think DJ Chark will get the ball a lot.
This is a weird offense, dude.
It is a
so
weird
odd.
offense.
It's a lot of old people.
Bryce Young, Miles Sanders, Hayden Hurst, Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, and then Terrace Marshall.
Yeah.
That is odd. Yeah.
Jumbled together.
I don't have a feeling about this one. I really don't know how to feel. I guess he was really the second straight? I mean, the second wide receiver on the Lions last year behind Amon-Ra. But him and or when they had Hawkinson too, so it was really Amon-Ra and Hawkinson, and then kind of came back and was doing all right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this one. So,
I agree. I'm kind of like, yeah, he could.
Yeah.
But he could also not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my third underrated. I just talked about Najee, so I'm going to talk about George Pickens.
Stop it.
Did I steal another one?
W pick, and there he's gone.
Oh, he's out.
I really like that pick.
I want to wait for him to get back before I explain it. George Pickens, NFL young boy. Where did he go?
Steal everyone's chain.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna talk about it. I don't know where Dan went. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you agree with me. George Pickens is gonna be so good. Like,
and who said last year he was gonna be a dog?
You. Yeah, but yeah, Pickens has looked like close to unguardable against someone that they're saying is going to be a fantastic corner, Joey Porter Jr. Like, I just think that Pickens is really, really good. And yeah, I think he's gonna eclipse Deontay Johnson and take his wide receiver one spot like fast, like really fast.
I think
hey guys.
Hey Dan. But yeah, I was just saying that George Pickens is gonna eclipse Deontay Johnson and be the number one, and he's looked unguardable, he's fast, he can catch anything. So yeah, I George Pickens is gonna be really good.
Yeah, well, this is my third consecutive pick stolen. I'm gonna have to agree because I read about it. Yeah, he's looked unbelievable in practice. He's finished 17th in receiver rankings last year, while his receiving volume was 48th. And Pickett is the 100% the starter, and he was confident. So I just think all those things line up for a good season. I don't know about eclipse Deontay Johnson, but I do think the volume is going to go up, and obviously the production will go up. Oh, there you go, Sam. So 1 sec. I don't know if we can cut this part. I need to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. I need to get water too, so that's why I was gone for a while.
Word. Yeah, I'm sorry I stole your pick again, man.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna. Oh well, now I can use this time to. Oh, you know how I'm gonna say for overrated?
Who?
Darren Waller.
Oh, I so disagree.
Anyway, we will all say that for later.
Yeah.
Okay. We cut. So. I guess when we uncut, I'll just talk about my underrated tight end.
Oh, I thought I sent it.
Hold up, let me piss real quick. Oh, he just said it. Okay.
I sent that.
That was a
He
fast
forgot to.
piss.
Dude, I was gonna pee my pants.
Oh my god. All right. So Luke stole my receiver, so I'm gonna talk about my underrated tight end. Tight ends are really hard to pick, like underrated. I'm not gonna talk about rookies because like that's really hard to just think to decide if they're underrated. I really like that Packers guy.
Musgrave?
Yeah, he apparently is the fastest person that Packers have, which is really interesting.
Yeah, Christian Watson exists too.
Yeah, they said he looks fast. So
Packers are gonna be good this year.
Underrated, Cole Kmet. This is it's a weird offense we got going on here in Chicago. We got Dante Foreman. Is he the RB1 now?
I think so. Him and Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, probably Khalil Herbert. Hold on, I gotta sneeze again.
Bless you.
Anyway, Fields, on the up and up, even though his throwing numbers were not great last year, but he is, again, a guy that can totally work on that and be better. He's already showed flashes of being an elite QB. His run game is there, but I think something that's going to help is obviously DJ Moore. And with DJ Moore, it's going to be less pressure and less guarding on Cole Kmet, who at the end of the year last year, he finished the year with 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. The yards isn't great, but the touchdowns, that's pretty admirable for a tight end. I think he finished top 10. He's going to be an end zone target, and with while this team figures itself out, I really like this. I really like where Cole Kmet is, and I think he's got a few years left of being good, and this is where he can be good.
I can see that happening, definitely. It's just kind of been waiting for the Cole Kmet season to happen. I think this has a good chance.
You have? You've been waiting for the Cole Kmet breakout
you know what Cole
season?
Kmet kind of reminds me of?
Oh,
Austin Riley. You know he's good. You know he has the tools, but you're waiting for him to break out. I think this is the year he finally breaks out.
dude, Austin Riley hit like 40 home runs last year.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Do you remember when Austin Riley was coming up? He
Oh, yeah,
struggled,
yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone's like, "Is
Okay,
Austin Riley
you know
gonna
what?
be
Fair
good?"
player comp. I was kind of weirded out by that, but I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Cloud,
overrated
boy.
first, so one of my picks doesn't get stolen. But I know this one isn't gonna get stolen. Darren Waller.
That's your next overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You
No,
do?
actually, no. I'm
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, let me do my thing. Take a look
Let
at
him
Darren
cook.
Waller's stats. Okay, so obviously he had 2 great years in Vegas or Oakland/Vegas. He was a wide receiver when he entered the league. He became a tight end.
became a drug addict at a tight end.
Yeah, destroyed the league. Had 2 1,100 yards, which as a tight end is incredible. Year after that, got injured, and still his production numbers were down. His catch percentage was down 10%. His yards after catch was down. His yards per game were down. Everything was down. And then this year, he also got injured. Only played 9 games. His catch numbers were back up, but again, wasn't really getting targeted a lot. Obviously, they have a guy named Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow, so they had a fine receiving core. This year, he has Daniel Jones. This is an offense that relies a lot on Saquon Barkley. Obviously Jones was great the second half last year. I just with his injury history, and he's already 31 as a tight end, I'm not too high on it. I don't think it was a terrible move. I think it was a good move to get another weapon for Daniel Jones. I just think that Dable's offense, like now that he actually has weapons like Hyatt, like Waller, you got Saquon again, they're gonna spread the wealth a lot. And I'm just not too sold on, like, I don't think he's gonna break 1,000 yards. Definitely not. I could see him getting like somewhere around 700, 800. I just don't know if he's really a viable fantasy option, just because of how his injury history pays off. I think if he is healthy, I think he is like a middle option. So
Yeah. It's just health. That's his biggest thing, and that's the reason why I said I agree, but then retracted it is because health is not really something you can predict.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something.
No, I agree. Yeah,
make a judgment on.
It is something. It's something you can't predict. But if someone is hurt a lot,
yeah, it's
it
definitely
does hinder.
Something to keep
It does
in the back of
hinder
your
the
head.
future years. So
yeah, and there's already stuff with Saquon. Like, not that he's hurt, but like people are like, oh, it's if Saquon's healthy. That's the same with Darren Waller. If they're both healthy and they're both the best they can be, this offense at least could be outstanding. I think if they're both the best of their ability, both healthy, old Darren Waller, this is an 11-win team.
Okay. Yeah,
at least,
they made playoffs last year, so that's not outrageous to say.
Yeah, but it all depends on health.
Yeah, the second, tough division now, but
yeah.
Do you think they're going to be better than Cowboys?
I'm not sure. I hope so. I think we have better depth than the Cowboys, but the Cowboys also added Brandon Cooks, which scares me.
That was a really good ad. Takes a lot of pressure off CD.
But it's definitely the hardest division in the NFC East.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, division.
Yeah, the hardest division in the NFC East, the NFC East, for sure.
No, the hardest division of football.
All right. Someone else want to read off an overrated?
Yeah, Luke, you want to go? We'll cycle it like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, this guy had a fantastic season last year, but the regression starts now for Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's good.
No, I love Nick Chubb. So
yeah, what, 31 now?
I don't. Yeah, around
Age
there.
wise,
Older.
I know I just
he's
kind of
27.
crapped on the Browns offense.
27?
Yeah, Nick Chubb's 27.
Wait, really?
I thought he was
Yeah.
much older than that.
Oh, well, still, I
He
mean,
looks
yeah.
older than that.
that's someone that is a workhorse, so maybe the timetable's a little smaller.
And no
I mean,
Kareem Hunt there now.
It's gonna be his 6th year. So I am standing by that. The regression is starting now. I mean, listen, he's lifting 600 pounds. I'm not even sure what that does for your body, but it can't be good.
Yeah.
It's not like it's gonna
you can lift 600 pounds, but your knees are cooked.
like squatting 600 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if that's really gonna help, bud.
Yeah.
I hope the class of running backs that are like Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb, I hope they prove like the timetable wrong and just keep doing well. But like, it's
Kamara's
just so,
already starting to.
Yeah, and it's just so hard to. It's crazy because like, I don't know, like sophomore year of high school, this was when these guys started being really good, like Kamara and like Chubb and like Henry. I was probably like a year after, but like
Derrick Henry was a monster in high school.
Yeah, monster. So it's just like it's really hard to defend them still. We did pick Derrick Henry, I remember last year, as overrated.
Not me.
I did.
He still did good. So
yeah.
He was top 10, right?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I just like Nick Chubb so much. So
yeah, I know that one hurts. Sam, you can give us your overrated.
This is just a guy that I just saw. Like I was like researching like who could be overrated, underrated, and he's just kind of like a boring pick. But Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
He's not that explosive.
I mean, I wouldn't even say he's overrated. I think he's properly rated.
I just don't think he's that good.
Yeah.
He's a bad offensive line. He's a bad receiving back.
Everyone thought he was going to be really good when he came back.
Dude, really like
that's what people are expecting this year too. I've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm not big on Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so all my picks got stolen, so I don't have a last overrated. Let me just look and see if I see a name.
Well, aren't there two more of each? Right?
There's one more of each.
No, there isn't.
What? There's two more.
There's two more of each?
Yeah.
Why do I not have a... Oh, I do. Calvin Ridley, overrated.
Ooh, I had him on underrated at first, and I took him out. But I 100% disagree with you on that.
I disagree with you.
I love Calvin Ridley.
1,000%.
I love Calvin Ridley. I think he's great. But he had one really incredible year with Atlanta, and then the year after he kind of was still pretty good. And then obviously the whole gambling thing happened. He is still young. I will give him that. He's 28. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since that insane 1,300-yard season. And I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay, but Dan, the sample size you're looking at for that, the year you said he went down after that 1,300-yard season, he had played 5 games.
Right, he got hurt, right?
He got
but that
hurt
was also
and
2 years ago.
He just left the team.
So it's been 3 seasons since his elite season. And I think I want him to do well. I'm not saying I hate him. I want him to do well. However, I think everyone has been calling him underrated, that he's almost overrated now. That's my honest belief. I think that I do not think. I think Jacksonville has a lot of weapons, and I think he'll be a part of that. And I would say if he doesn't grab 1,000 yards this year, then yeah, overrated.
Yeah, I could see that. I think him and Kirk are kind of going to be like the budget Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Yeah, no, I hope he proves me wrong. And that was an insane season he had with Atlanta. Like no one saw that coming after 2 straight years of 800 yards. So, yeah, I hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah, he's great. I really like him.
Yep.
Is it my turn?
Go for it.
Yeah,
man.
your fourth overrated.
My overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
We just did overrated.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, I said.
Then just do fourth overrated. Then next time we do it.
Yeah. Oh, oops.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, my fourth overrated is another running back. My last two are running backs, but this guy, I just don't see it. Don't see he's gonna be as good, and that is Tony Pollard.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a take.
Wow.
I don't think he's gonna be as good as he was last year. I mean, they don't he's definitely RB1 on that team. But I don't know, man. And I could listen, I think he's just a little overrated because of how well he did last year. But I don't know if he's really like that.
He's been that good. It's just they've given the reps to Zeke.
Do you know?
True.
Do you know? Okay, Luke. Pollard is what? He's 26, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Guess his yards per carry last year. Just guess.
Okay. I'm gonna say something like good. So I'm gonna say like 8.
Okay. That
no
would
one's
be,
ever really
he
done
would
that.
be the greatest running back of all time.
Okay, like 5.4.
Close 5.1, which is third in the league last year.
Yeah,
and first,
like an idiot.
And he was first in running backs yard after catch. Yeah. He's first in run. Let me say it again. First in yards after catch for running backs since he was drafted.
Yeah, I mean, he's a stud. He's been a stud. I think
this one. Okay, the other one, Luke. I think you can have a case for Bijan. This one, I don't know.
I think Luke's taking 2 L's with that one. No offense.
I think obviously his yards per carry are going to go down because his carry volume is going to go up. But this one, I can't. Yeah, you're stupid for that one. Fuck you.
Okay, I'll be honest. This was the part of the morning where I was like, okay, I got to figure out who to put. Like, I had Brandon Ayuk on my list at one point, bro.
For underrated?
I was for underrated.
Rated?
I think he's underrated. I think he's underrated.
But that's like such a bad one. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'll take the L on that. I'll admit the L on that one. Sure.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Stay down.
But if he's ass,
okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my fourth overrated, Khalil Mack. He's just old. Hasn't had over 10 sacks in a season since 2018.
Wow.
And he's just regressed a ton. That was just kind of like an easy pick for me.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. He's definitely going to regress for sure, and he already is. So,
again, underrated now.
Okay, my underrated is Brandon Ayuk. I think there's been a lot of narrative around a bounce back Deebo Samuel season after they have so many offensive weapons, but Brandon Ayuk had a 1,000-yard season last year, and I just feel like people don't talk about it. He had 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, and he's 25 now. I think, obviously, like they're going to do the same thing last year. They're going to split carries between CMC, give Deebo the ball a lot. I just think for like an end zone threat and like a long ball threat, Brock can always look for, like, I feel like those other 2 guys are more yard after catch guys, and Ayuk is the one that especially with Kittle getting older. Like Kittle's like what 30 something, and offensively, I mean, Kittle's mostly there is the best blocking tight end in the league, right? So
Kittle's 29, gonna be 30 in October.
Right. So 30 is like where I look at tight ends. I'm like, whoa, like that's like, yeah. And it showed last year. I think he's mostly going to focus on blocking now. Not to say he'll still be a good offensive threat. I just think Ayuk is so young and it is a good long ball threat.
Yeah, I agree. I really like Brandon Ayuk. He's always like a fantasy darling.
Yeah.
I really like him. He was good for my fantasy team last year.
Yeah, I drafted him 2 years ago and I was kind of underwhelmed, but now it's like, oh,
He's here.
Yeah, he had a really good improvement. So, yeah.
Luke.
Is this underrated now?
Underrated.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Like, I'm putting him here because I think he's going to be a lot better than people think. And I have a take about him. However, Jordan Addison is going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. And because, now listen, and I'm just going to pull up his stats really quick. He is wide receiver 2, right?
3.
Like 3?
I think he's 2. I think KJ's 3.
Okay. I would probably
But Jordan Addison is – oh, wait, I pulled up the wrong person. Jordan Addison is, first of all, great. He's looked really good. And, like, we know he's going to be good. But who is he behind? Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, it is.
Right. And I've just pulled this up because someone else, not in their rookie year, but in their sophomore year, someone else had a fantastic season under the best wide receiver in the league. Juju Smith-Schuster had 1,400 yards in his sophomore year, and I think Jordan Addison is going to have 12 to 1,400 yards this year.
Whoa. I just cannot see that happening.
I want to agree. Like, I agree, but I want to disagree so badly because those are some takes about Jordan Addison.
I'm going to disagree. It's because Jefferson, KJ, and TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson, you have to remember, is very good. And an offense first tight end. So I love it, Jordan Addison. And he comes from a great school and again looks great, but I'd like to, I'll look at their depth chart, but I'm pretty sure he's wide receiver 3. Just because.
Well, that doesn't really matter because it could be that now, but by the end of the season,
I think Kirk, yeah, again, that could happen. I just think Kirk is probably, oh no, you're right. KJ's listed as the third guy.
I mean, 14 is a little bold. So, you know what? I'm going to retract that, and I'm going to say 10 to 1,200 or 1,000 to 1,200.
Oh, you know who's going to rise to the top of the Vikings power ranking or depth chart on the wide receivers?
Who?
It's going to be Jalen Reagor and N'Keal Harry.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they're both on that team. And N'Keal Harry's wearing AP's number.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Luke, the Vikings have a guy from Pace.
Oh, really?
On their team, yeah.
Oh, word.
But
that's kind of surprising.
I'll agree with just the fact that Jordan Addison's underrated. I will not agree with anything else. Just the fact that he's underrated.
I mean, he's my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I mean, I still haven't picked who I think is going to be the best rookie wide receiver.
Ooh, we should do award predictions next time.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
corresponds with
that's my blog.
Corresponds with your blog that I still got to post.
Oh yeah,
did you get set up on WordPress?
Just kidding.
Yeah, I hit continue. Like I hit everything.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, I can post that soon. All right, so we got one more each, right? I think
I got to do my underrated and then.
Oh yeah.
Then I have an overrated and an underrated.
Yeah.
My underrated is Evan Neal. Giants tackle.
Yeah, of course.
I just think he's gonna.
Yeah, Homer.
I just think he's gonna do good. It's the first time I've picked like a Giants player like ever on this show for anything.
The show.
The podcast, whatever.
It's a show. This is a show.
The show.
It's funny hearing
show. It's my
that.
favorite
Show. Show.
And I don't know. It's kind of like the Andrew Thomas thing. I think he's going to improve this year. I just really like Evan Neal. And it's more I'm hoping this happens than anything.
Okay.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yu Chang's locker is cleared out.
L.
Pablo Reyes, he proved himself.
Oh man, that sucks. Well, man.
Oh shit. The Mets are
signing you
calling up. No, they're calling up Ronnie Mauricio.
Oh, word.
Really?
Not to AAA.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh.
And he's playing third instead of Brett Beatty.
Oh, so where's Beatty gonna play?
Beatty sucks.
Another position. That's what they said. That's what Buck said.
In AAA?
I think so. At least that's what it looks like.
I thought Mauricio was already in AAA.
This says that Buck Showalter told prospect Ronnie Mauricio that he will be starting tomorrow at third base for the Syracuse Mets. He will know. Oh no, he was playing the outfield.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's
so,
weird.
Yeah,
I think they wanted him to play outfield, so that's weird. But maybe because of Luis Angel Acuna.
Yeah,
that's true. Anyways.
Okay. Overrated.
Your last overrated, and then next round.
My last overrated. Let's see. My last overrated.
My other one.
Fuck. I don't know who to pick. I don't know.
Should we circle back? I have mine ready.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Breece Hall.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's coming off the injury. Like,
he's coming off the injury. Yeah.
And if they sign Dalvin Cook, his touches are gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that enough is evidence that we could say that he's a little overrated.
Okay.
What I can see the Jets doing is they sign Dalvin Cook, and then they don't play Breece Hall till like week 8.
Okay.
That could happen. That could happen.
Yeah.
Dad, do you want to go, or should I?
You go.
All right. This is the shocker one.
This is your last overrated?
Yep. That I don't think anyone's expecting. Because I was so high on him last year.
Okay.
Tariq Woolen.
Overrated?
Overrated.
No. Fuck that. Fuck
I
that.
think so. Let's just say this. He struggled after a while to get interceptions. He's not good when it's short routes and everything. He's very good deep ball, but that's just because he has the speed to do it. I think the fundamentals this year are going to get in the way. He's not a natural corner, and I'm very, very willing to be proven wrong because I really, really like Tariq Woolen. Another thing, he missed a lot of tackles last season. And looking more into it, doing more research, Tariq Woolen was a very good rookie corner, but I don't think he had a conversation to be compared to Sauce.
Okay.
I
mean, he's still working his way back from injury. He hasn't practiced yet. So I could see a little regression this season if he doesn't come back right away. But watching some of his highlights last year, he's an incredible deep ball corner. And I'm not ready to call him overrated. He's a starter on that team.
I'm not saying he's bad. I don't think he's going to redo what he did last year.
Okay.
That's the main thing. I love Tariq Woolen, and again, I'm very willing to be proven wrong. But by overrated, I mean I don't think he's going to be as good as he was last year.
Okay.
Fair.
Sorry, Luke.
I love Tariq Woolen.
I know. I love Tariq Woolen too, but I think it's to pump the brakes.
All
It was
right.
either him or James Bradbury. I was going to go.
Okay. My overrated.
Is this your last pick, or do you have another underrated?
No. We have an underrated, yeah.
Okay.
My overrated is Anthony Richardson
For this year.
for this year.
I
This
could
year. Because I
could
just feel
see
like
that.
for this year, this team is not ready. I could see him like struggling into having a good second half. I just don't think like his fantasy projections are ridiculously high right now. And
Yeah.
they just don't have anything going for them right now other than Jonathan Taylor. And Jonathan Taylor's hurt. So I like hurt.
And requested a trade.
Yeah, he was back or
And
whatever.
hate Jim Irsay.
Yeah. This Colts are gonna be one of the worst teams in the league this year. I firmly believe that they were one of the worst teams. They also were one of the worst teams last year. Watching them play the Giants was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I know this is a completely different animal than Malik Willis. Completely different animal. But I'm just not ready to put him like as high as on like I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people think he's going to be amazing right off the bat. I just don't think that.
I don't think
Might I remind you that Anthony Richardson is taller and heavier than
Derrick Henry? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, but why doesn't he play running back then?
He's coming in playing 6'4", at 6'4", 255. He's not playing running back because he has a rocket arm.
He's a unicorn, right? We could call him a
Yeah.
unicorn.
Like, I love Anthony
again-
Richardson. I don't think day one he's gonna be great. But I don't think he should start day one.
No, I agree.
Dak threw 2 interceptions to Trayvon Diggs at camp.
Let's go.
Dude, what's so funny is I just saw the Aiden Diggs clip for the first time, where he's like, my favorite player is Dak, and then I saw the clip of Trayvon talking shit to Dak.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like kind of funny that they showed up at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
Who's
Trayvon calling Dak a bum and everything.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, you're also my kid's favorite player.
who's up? Sam?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, overrated.
Underrated.
Oh wait, no.
Last underrated.
Oh, then yeah, I think it's you, Luke.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy, man, oh man, has he put me through the ringer the past couple of years. But this is his last year if he is ass.
I'm really worried.
And Mac Jones better prove
no.
himself. And I think he's going to.
I don't think so.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, you know what?
is good.
Fuck it. Yeah, I believe too. Let's
You gotta
ride.
believe.
Let's
man.
ride.
You gotta
Let's ride.
believe.
Caleb Williams, Drake May season.
Let's ride.
Oh, I hope so. Sam, I hope so, dog. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Mac Jones sucks, and I hope that we can trade up and get Drake May or
It's
Caleb
not
Williams.
good.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I can hold
I
out
don't-
hope for his last year. So
I mean, it's okay. We're all a little delusional.
yeah,
Oh
okay.
man, that's funny.
yeah. That's all I got to say on that. Give me Mac Jones.
I mean, I know people that still believe in like unicorns. It's fine.
Fuck
Yeah, you guys believe in Anthony Richardson, so
At least you don't believe in Mac Jones.
I believe.
McCorkle.
I believe.
I
That's
was
his
looking at
middle name
QB
is
rankings.
McCorkle.
McCorgle,
Max?
I think so. That's Mac Jones. But
Mac McCorgle Jones.
Hold on.
Let me look at his full name. Yeah, Michael McCorkle Jones.
Oh my god.
Wait, his name isn't Mac.
No, it's Michael McCorkle.
Yeah, what is Max short for, dude? Like,
McCorgle.
yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Michael McCorkle.
I guess
That's your king?
It's better than Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
That's such a boring name.
Isn't that the... Who is Mike Jones? I know he's someone.
I don't know. That sounds like someone.
He's a rapper. That's
All
who
right.
it is.
But yeah, Mr. McCorkle.
Oh, I got a good underrated.
All right, you want to...
Yeah, I'll go.
You want to close it out, or...
This is another guy that's put Luke for the ringer. I would say more, just because. Well, actually, not more, but like pretty. It made you pretty upset last year. I think because of
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he's retired.
I think because of all the hype he had last year, Kyle's Pitts will be good this year.
Kyle's Pitts.
Kyle's I thought my door was open. It's my closet door. I looked back. I was like,
Kyle's Pitts.
Kyle's Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts did put me through the ringer last year. I was a Kyle Pitts fantasy manager.
You were. I was too. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
Had to drop him. Got hurt. But
Gerald Everett.
This dude, I think, just because he is still an extremely talented athlete, I do think, and again, I'm not going to go super in depth. I'm just trying to believe. I really do think he can come back and have a good year. I know they're going to run the ball, but and also there's Drake London you could factor in, but I think Kyle Pitts will flip a switch, be a machine, get some deep balls. Yeah.
Show the Pitts off.
Kyle's Pitts.
I just want to say this for Sam. That EA Sports has confirmed that the college football franchise will return in the summer of 2024.
That's what they said last year.
Next summer.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play as Marist.
Yeah, right?
That'd be funny, actually. If we could do
Marist.
Marist.
Great Marist.
Yeah.
I was between two people. Actually, just now between two people. Underrated first one, Chase Young. I just think he's going to be really good. I love Chase Young.
I don't think that's even underrated. I think he's properly rated.
Everyone's saying that he's not going to be that good.
Oh, really?
I mean, like, Washington's underrating him by not extending him.
Huh?
I'm not believing him, but I don't care. Brandon Cooks, most underrated player in the league. He's consistently having 1,000 yards, consistently getting traded, but consistently being an amazing receiver. I love Brandon Cooks. How old do you think he is?
He's 29.
29.
Yeah. What shocked
We both got it right.
What shocked me? I thought he was like 34. That just... Oh.
We both got it right.
Tom looked that shit up. Sending it to you. We need to know when Tom's making his appearance as a little producer.
No spoilers. Yeah, well,
Boy.
I don't know when hockey starts.
I hope never.
Yeah, never gonna have to fucking get Tom on. During the hockey preview is literally just gonna be us like.
I had an idea though. We could have spin-off shows. Me and Tom do the Giants. You and Dan do the Patriots.
I don't want to fucking talk to Luke.
Spin-off show.
We gotta get
have
big.
a show.
We need to get big first.
That'll be our Fuller House.
We need to get an audience bigger than 12.
HBO Max.
Yeah, fuck you, Sam.
Yeah,
Stupid.
he's got clown dogs.
No, that could totally work.
Actually, thinking about that idea, I don't really want to do it.
It wasn't a bad idea.
You don't want to talk to Tom for an hour and a half straight.
I'm fine with that.
How about?
I'm gonna be honest. There is not an hour and a half like every week I could talk about the Patriots.
Especially if they lose. Especially if they lose. Like I just.
You
So
guys
they
have a
lost.
domestic episode.
Sam, you should do a spin-off show with Ryan.
Were you just
I'm
harassing?
sure he'd love that.
I don't know what you would talk about, but
Like, so Ryan,
We
you
need-
single?
We need the pictures.
So
of
Ryan, you sober?
though, every year. I mean, every week for pics of Ryan.
The viewers probably are like, "Who the hell is Ryan?"
Oh, you're gonna.
Did
know.
we ever get him on an episode?
Yeah.
I have no
maybe.
idea.
In the
I don't know if I
background,
was ever posted.
We've talked about him.
This
on
stud right here.
it. Why did you just have that?
I just looked up
that's
his
gonna
Instagram.
be a clip. It's gotta be a clip. Also, we need to get new music. We need to definitely get-
McClanahan's done for the season.
Garrett Cole, Cy Young.
You're joking. You're actually kidding.
Passing 2 minutes ago, Tampa Bay Rays ace Shane McClanahan is highly unlikely to pitch again this season. Rays manager Kevin Cash said today.
What the fuck am I gonna
That's
do
really sad, but
in
Garrett
my
Cole's gonna
fantasy
get a
league
Cy
where he
Young.
was my number one? What the fuck am I gonna do?
Probably like die, something like that.
Are we done?
Yeah, something like that.
I think so.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think
Oh.
so. I was unhinged.
That was plenty of music.
Remember, Giants to the Super Bowl this year. Patriots
That's-
suck. 0-17 Patriots season.
Patriots to the
17
Super Bowl,
Giants
dude.
season. Everybody remember that.
Hold on. This is what. There you go.
Don't listen to Luke and his stupid Bijan takes. Love you,
You
bud,
think-
but stupid Bijan.
It's not a bad take. He is
Fuck
very,
you.
very highly
I
praised.
love Bijan.
It's not a great take. It's not a bad one though.
You're glazing. You're glazing. Bijan.
Call me a glazer. Bijan is amazing.
You know who I glaze? Gino.
Yeah, we know.
That's a
Good.
weird person to glaze, though.
He's good.
I don't
He's
glaze
good.
anybody. Sorry.
Except Jordan Addison, apparently.
That's it for us.
145.
That's it for us. That's it for us.
That's it for us.
Blogs out this week. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sam's
I do.
blog may or may not get posted. Luke
You're not.
didn't even know
I
he had the
don't-
right one.
I have no
Well, now if we're
nothing to
doing an
talk
award
about.
prediction, my blog
Dude,
is
basketball.
kind of dumb.
We talked about FIBA, baby.
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
I
me
want to talk
neither.
about
Pat-
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Sam, your thing, the time we do award predictions, we'll be like, and make sure to check out Sam's blog.
Okay.
And make
You know
sure
Matt
to check
Ryan
out
from the
Sam's
Lakers
blog.
is from Westchester.
What?
All right, we're done.
Matt
Bye.
Ryan. Oh, we'll talk about this after.
Guys, come on. Yeah, we're gone. We're gone. Peace.
Goodbye. I take